have to give them more, free play. I think there's no greater influence, maybe I'm wrong, but perhaps there's no greater influence on a child's own Yiddishkite and their development than the parents who can take seriously their own davening and their own learning, whether it's at home.
Rav Footner has, I don't know if I agree with this 100%, but he makes the point you make. Okay. He says that the question is, you have a parent who could daven with kavanah and let his kids run wild, or you have a parent, that parent can go and make sure that their kid is well behaved, perhaps sitting next to them, making sure that they don't go and run wild. So they asked for a Footner, I don't know if he posed the question himself, but I asked for a Footner, which is better? So he said, it's better for the parent to actually daven with kavanah and have the child run wild. He said, why? Because otherwise, every generation, nobody's actually going to daven. Because every generation, they're all going to be out watching their children. And nobody's going to actually daven. Yeah. But if you daven, even though your child runs wild, you're modeling the behavior. And then, when they grow up, they'll also daven.
Yeah, I'll give you a vart along. I said over right here last week from Parshas Noach, the Yiddishkite. The Yiddishkite says that on that Rashi that everyone knows at the beginning of Parshas Noach, that Ela told us Noach, each tzaddik, that the toldos of the tzaddik are as meisim tovim. So the Yiddishkite said in jest. There, he said that he said every generation the parent says, I'm going to work and I'm going to do things well so that my child can grow up and be a good yid. And then the next generation grows up and they say, I'm going to work and I'm going to do well so that I can raise my child to be. And every generation, in the words of Yiddishkite Kadosh, where's the child? That's what he says. So the Yiddishkite Kadosh says, El told us Noach was the child. Noach took it upon himself that he's not going to just live so that his kid can be a good Jew. He's going to be the good Jew. And what you realize is when you're the good Jew, then your child would also be the good Jew. You don't have to just live for your children to grow up in that way. But if you live that way yourself, so then it'll just happen naturally. Ela told us, not just to train our kids, to make sure our schools are doing well, but also that we're doing well ourselves, whether it's with phones or with our own learning and our own davening. And in that way, that'll be the greatest education we can give to our children, through modeling to them what it means to be an Eved HaShem. Thank you so much to the Bechhavers.